Hello, and welcome back to the Re-Up Podcast, here for everything nerd culture from the minds of 20-somethings. We're back again this week with Dawson.
Hello, everyone.
And what? That's my line. Don't do that. And Deshaun.
Yo, what's good?
This week we are in the final hours, the final waiting period of waiting for Guilty Gear Strive. By next episode, it will be out, and that's all we're gonna be talking about. So this is like the last episode of actual good of other content than Guilty Gear, probably a little bit. But I'm excited. I don't know about you two.
I'm excited.
I'm hyped, dude.
I'm not the ones that like pre-ordered it and got it. Like I think some people it's coming out for the 8th for them or something like that.
Yeah, the deluxe edition. It comes out on Tuesday.
I didn't do that. All I did was I put $5 down in my local GameStop to save me a copy.
No, I did the regular pre-order. It's gonna install on Wednesday, but I don't get to play it until Friday, and I'm upset about that.
I'm over here just like, dude. The story though. They released the story trailer.
Which I didn't. This is the first time in a while. Actually, no, the first time ever I've been excited for a fighting game story, because I play Street Fighter for the mechanics and having fun with my friends. I don't play
Street Fighter for the story.
No one plays Street Fighter. No one plays any really fighting.
It's just Bison doing the same shit, or occasionally the Illuminati.
The closest thing of like playing a fighting game for the story would be Tekken, but I don't play Tekken like
Injustice.
that. So
I like the Injustice story.
Injustice is also one of those games I play for a story.
Yeah, Injustice has a really good story.
But then that the story is expanded upon more in the comics than it is in the game, right?
Yeah, but the game kind of. I like
the game is the big wrap up.
I guess. Okay.
It shows like.
For me, this is the one that's I've been excited for. Like when I was like head over heels hyped for when Fighter Z was announcing, I didn't care. I didn't give two shits about the story. I just saw some of my favorite manga characters pristinely animated and in like an actual nice fighting game that wasn't like Tenkaichi or Budokai or
Budokai or
Xenoverse shit, like an actual 2D fighting game, which I loved. This is like, okay, I'm excited to see this. I gotta catch up on the lore because I'm definitely lacking in that department.
Yeah, no, we got Happy Chaos stealing your cum.
Happy Chaos, man. I hope he's like gonna be DLC or like you unlock him after playing like the story mode like Android 21 was, because he looks fun, and you know I can keep the moniker of my title in this Discord, which you guys can find on our website as I play boss characters.
You play boss characters.
Shaking my head.
Shaking my head.
I do.
Also, I want to know what's up with Nagori Yuki.
He was looking pretty pissed off in the cinematic. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know where he lies, but
I think he's a neutral party.
I think he's a neutral party. It looks like Soul's got his wife back though, kinda.
Finally, ride with wife.
He looks happy. Ride
life good.
Life good.
But I'm hearing that our boy Soul is gonna get some nerfs, and I'm just like, oh no. Well, I don't really play Soul anymore because he's not as agile as he used to be. Because the I can't think of the name of his weapon, the junk dog or whatever the fuck it's called.
Right.
It's big clunky now. I don't like it.
Now. I'll get this out the way now. I will humbly and graciously take my L to Dawson.
Oh yeah. Take that L. Where's the Arby's?
What?
Where's the beef?
Where's the beef at?
I haven't gone out to order any fast food. I've actually been trying to cut down on my fast food.
You gotta eat Arby's, man.
But I will. I'll pick up Arby's if there's nothing else around. I will actually pick it up and give you guys a personal review of what I eat. But you know, it was a good season. It gave the Knicks their relevance back, so they're now people are talking about them again. So hopefully next season they could.
Hawks and 6.
You guys are not getting that far.
Hawks and 6.
You guys are gonna get swept by the Nets.
Is this another bet we need to make?
No.
Hawks and 6.
Wait, Hawks and 6 for what? The Eastern Conference, or they're going to the finals?
finals. What are you talking about?
No,
Hawks in
no.
6.
You're not getting past the Eastern.
Yes.
Wait, who you guys playing next anyway? You guys are playing
Playing the 76ers right now.
I think you guys can
We're
beat the
1-0.
76ers. I don't know.
Yeah,
what's
no,
going on.
y'all beating the 76ers,
But like,
Well,
you
no.
guys aren't getting past the Nets. That's
Yes,
not
we are.
happening. No, you're not.
Hawks in
You're
6.
not going to the finals. There's no way. And even by some
Hawks.
gracious miracle that you get to the finals, you're not winning it. But you
Hawks
know,
in 6.
okay, you can believe that. I made one bet. Unless you want to make an actual bet.
I'll think about it. I'll see
You'll
how
think
this
about it. Yeah, you see-
76ers. I'll see how the 76ers series goes.
Right.
Before
Because
we make any
as we've
serious bets,
seen,
but
anything is possible. Because LeBron went out first round to the
that's what I'm
Suns.
saying. Oh, hockey.
Speaking of sports,
Mm-hmm.
we gotta talk about the big fight that happened yesterday
The
No,
between
the
Mayweather and Paul.
snooze
The
fight.
most disappointing fight.
the snooze
snooze
fest and
fest.
all the chumps that spent $50.
Y'all are losers. Y'all
Y'all
really spent
losers.
$50.
Exactly. Like, I
didn't
mean,
pay.
like,
I tried to find someone streaming it, and that's how I watched it. Watch bits.
Man,
of it.
I didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to see it because the highlights are going to be on the internet.
All,
mean,
all
boxing-
I wanted was a knockout. All I wanted was a knockout. But you know,
boxing's rigged as fuck. All right, like this is just a fact. And I like I said, my theory is neither one of them had the pride to take the L. So what the deal was made because Mayweather's getting 75%, I believe, of the pay-per-view pays, and then Logan gets 20% of the pay-per-view pays.
had the pride
So
to
basically,
take
that
the
was the
L.
deal to get a draw.
honestly though, Logan could have taken Yell and still been fine. His record would have been 0-2, yeah, but he would have said, okay, I went against one of the greatest boxers in the world and did something. I may have lost, yeah, but I'm still going back in front of the people. He would have been fine. Like,
You know, I'm just over here like, this would have been a lot more like, cause like Mayweather's an endurance boxer. We all know this. Like he very much tires out his opponent. He goes for long rounds. Not very interesting. You know, he's not gonna Mike Tyson you and knock you out on the third round or the first round.
Right.
Like-
and many people wanted to see that, and that actually kind of shows that not many people like understand fundamentally boxing in itself. Because everyone was like, "We want the knockout. This should wrap up in a second." This was boring.
That's
as
the
hell.
thing is that like Mayweather's good. I just don't think he'd be as good if he was in a different era of boxing.
I think he'll be as good. You have to think like the biggest people that we've seen are the heavyweights. Like the most people that we see, the most people that you know are getting knocks out are heavyweight, like Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, all that.
You also
like,
have
they're in the
folks, you
heavyweight
also have
division.
folks like Floyd and Sugar Ray Leonard, which wasn't
And
wasn't
then
necessarily
Evander Holyfield.
right.
Like people like, but I do think like Mayweather still would have been
when
able
you
to
think
do
boxing,
what he
you
would've
do
done.
think of the heavyweights and the that.
You think of the
Come
heavyweights, you think of the knockouts, but Mayweather, he's in a different like a lot of the guys that he's fighting, they do have knockout potential. Yes, they do have knockout power, but they don't have the great like crazy knockout potential as the people that were like that we think of like the greats. Like there's like three greats that you always think of: Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, and Mayweather. 2 out of 3 of those are heavyweights.
Or George Foreman.
And George Foreman, but George Rumble in Jungle. I always think of Rumble in Jungle, that kind of.
Yeah.
But you have to think like, even with Muhammad Ali, he wasn't really knocking people out like that. Like he could knock people out.
He could. Yeah.
Like all of his fights were. The main thing that you kind of thought was like his dodging, his weaving, his dodging, and he could still.
Yeah,
put
that's the
somebody,
thing
like,
is
on their
that
butt,
like
I mean,
Mayweather's fights are just
according to
incredibly boring.
According
I don't think I've ever actually enjoyed a Mayweather fight. Like when I
I've
think
enjoyed
about it.
Mayweather fight.
Oh,
I like
wait.
seeing him dodge and weave, bro. It's so interesting.
I remember I liked the Pacquiao fight.
I did not.
No, I didn't like the Pacquiao fight.
Slumped during that, dude.
I like Canelo. I like those.
I'm just like, but Mayweather's good though. Like I'm
Right,
not knocking
right.
him though, but like
Mayweather's amazing.
You know,
it's just that I get it. You know, I support black business. You know, I get it. The money that was being made from this event. But I really felt like, my guy, you really gonna get a draw with this nigga?
though,
I don't.
The dude
I
who's
don't
showing
know,
up in the
though.
Suicide Forest with the Toy Story hat on.
It's funny
You really
though,
taking a
because I feel like in terms of watching the Paul brothers in like over the course of the past couple years, yeah, that was Logan going through that Suicide Forest, but I feel like he's grown a little bit since then and matured. Maybe not a lot, but I feel like he's more respectable. And you made a good point that he was fighting the wrong Paul brother. If he was fighting Jake Paul,
we all would have wanted that knockout.
we all would have won that knockout because that dude's a little shit, like 100%. And he was over there tweeting ringside like his brother won, which is a blatant lie. And I love how Twitter called him out on it.
Cause Logan loves to fucking do the hip swing. I'm just like, Mayweather, there's just so many times you could just say bop,
Bing.
right in the face, right in the face. Like, that man should have been black and blue. But I get it. Mayweather's not like a big heavyweight, but he's also not like he's not that type of boxer. And like,
Bruh. That reminds
that's
me
kind of what.
I can't remember what movie this was, but it was one of the DC animated movies, and Flash is fighting like Atlantean people with like helmets on, and he's running around, and he stops at one dude's like, "Take me, like, where's your leader?" And the dude like starts monologuing like, "I don't know where your leader," and Flash just goes in his face, and just like punches the shit out of him. Like that's what Mayweather should have done because he has the speed to get
He has
in there.
the speed to fucking chip away at him. Just hit him with the pop, 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 hitting him with the flurries.
But from what I saw, your theory of it is the payout and it's rigged pretty much adds up. Like that's what it looks like.
Like a Jack Murdoch fight? Like a Jack Murdoch fight?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like
Jack
I'm
Murdoch.
sorry, like any fight outside of Mayweather's like professional boxing career, I think that shit's rigged. Any of his exhibition fights.
I mean, the
100%.
exhibition against Conor McGregor was funny.
Oh no!
I'm just like,
Conor
dude, that's
McGregor's
not even a
funny.
fight because like Conor McGregor
Dude.
needs to use his feet in a certain way.
True.
He's not a kicker, but he likes to Superman punch people and all that. You can't do that in boxing.
You can't.
You can't run up and then jump up.
Right. You can't do that shit. That's a no.
That's why I'm just like, I think it'd be more fair if, if Mayweather really wanted to be like a big bad, test his mettle, he'd hop in the MMA ring.
Goodness. I don't think I want to watch that. I feel like he'd get his...
Yeah, no, Mayweather does not need to do that.
That'd be the end of his career.
That would be because he'd be going right there looking for the punches, and then
all of a sudden the foot comes up.
The foot comes up, and that's scary.
Mayweather gains nothing from that. He gains nothing, but he
loses
can lose
everything.
Like,
Right.
I'm saying there's no difference.
Yeah, that's the thing is that like I get it, but like I still count it as kind of an L in my book. Like the money, the payout, the reputation.
How long?
I all get that fact.
How long?
But like,
how long
you're
was
one of the
fight?
world's greatest boxers, and you're gonna take a draw to a fucking YouTuber.
But the fight was what, a couple hours? Spent a couple hours, made a shit ton of money, and for not doing much, he didn't he was there just to be there. Honestly, it looked like.
Like, yeah, no, I
Like,
get that,
I got
but
nothing
like,
planned.
there's a pride to it, and like Mayweather's a prideful guy.
Right.
Nigga in his interview before the like a few weeks back was like, "I am boxing," and he's kind of not wrong.
Right.
But if you're boxing, you gonna let this newbie show you up and get you a draw?
Right. I feel that.
But either way, it's all right. It's whatever. I wasn't gonna pay fucking $40 to go see it. So
No, neither was I. Though one thing that actually came out of this last week that's been polarizing in my friend groups, like I didn't think it would be, but it's also turned out to be my favorite internet trend ever, are the fan-made Adult Swim bumps on TikTok. Have you guys seen those?
No, I
you
haven't
sent
seen
me a
those.
few.
I sent Deshaun a few. I'll send you some too, Dawson. But they're like they just take this chill song that this dude made and turn them into like fan-made Adult Swim bumps, like where you have to look for the AS in the background and stuff between shows. And I showed them to some of my other friends, and they go like, "I don't understand this." And like, you didn't watch Adult Swim growing up, or like at all?
People don't
like,
watch Adult Swim.
And they're like, "No,
Like,
I went to bed." I'm like, "What?
You
Like,
went to bed?
went
What's
to-
that?
Right, you went to sleep. Like, even I wasn't technically allowed to watch Adult Swim growing up, but I still did. You know?
No, yeah, that's the same thing. Like you just have it on with your hand on the remote on
Right.
the last button.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
sitting, like really
You
close to
sitting
the
close
TV,
to
when like on
TV.
4. When you have it like on 4, trying to hear it, and you hear some movie, you hit the last button real quick.
Mhm. But like, that's so funny. Like, and then like, I asked them, and then like, "What did you guys watch?" And they all like, "We watched Disney Channel." Like, okay, that makes sense. That makes
What
sense.
a loser.
It wasn't even one person. Like a whole bunch of people on my Discord channel.
It's pretty lame.
Watch. And I felt like, God, you guys are so lame. I was like, what are you guys talking about?
Bro, y'all weren't watching weird shit like Moral Oral and 12-ounce Mouse at like
Bro.
1 a.m. in the
Oh my
morning.
gosh,
Moral
I
Oral
turned it
is
when,
so funny.
I turned every time 12-ounce mouse came on. I hate it. I didn't understand it.
Y'all weren't
I
watching
hated
Aqua
12-ounce mouse.
Team,
Aqua Team was
of
funny.
course. I watched
Squidbillies.
is funny.
I
bro.
didn't like
Squidbillies is
Squidbillies.
hilarious.
I didn't like Squidbillies.
Squidbillies is funny. I didn't like it when I was younger because I didn't understand the jokes. But I went back and watched it like recently, and like with my 20-something-year-old mind, that show is hilarious.
Okay, I went back
It's so
recently
funny.
and I was watching China, Illinois.
Oh yeah, dude, China, Illinois.
God, China, Illinois
the
is
show.
so funny, man. Like I remember seeing a commercial for it. I was like, what the fuck is this? And like, I'm going back and watching it now, and it's
Dude, the baby
very-
cakes rap, dude. Fucking baby cakes, baby cakes, baby cakes,
Okay,
cakes.
baby cake.
Cakes is a killer.
Like one of my favorite episodes is he makes this drink called Canada Cakes, and it is. It's the Quaker Oats tub of oatmeal.
Yeah.
He takes that, pours Canadian whiskey in it, and then Canadian maple syrup, and mixes it, and then just straight drinks it. And he calls it Canada Cakes, and he gets fucking smashed. I'm like, that's disgusting. It was just like when you think about it, like God, that's not drinkable. But he just chugs like the whole tube.
Dude, the one episode where Frank is like, I have one of Scarlett Johansson's pubes.
Oh my God.
I'm just
Oh God.
like, why?
It's funny. It reminds me of a very similar Close Enough, the basically adult regular show. Like it reminds me of that.
Funny too.
But Close Enough is funny as well. But like those two are very similar to forms of it's like the adult goofy, like the adult aspect of cartoons with every episode is weird and different and wacky like a child's cartoon.
Oh yes, when you call a white man brother, he'll do whatever you want.
And then the god comes down and he's just a beach boy.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
God, and there's some.
What about Super Jill? Did y'all watch Super Jill?
Okay, so
Yeah,
Super
Super
Jill,
Jill.
I didn't watch
I love
because that was on the spectrum of shit. Was okay. I can't watch this. This is too much shit going on, and I
Bro,
didn't- like
I was watching it the other day. I was watching the one episode where like it was like the gender swap episode. They went to the other Super Jail where they had the one girl and she was running the Super Jail, and then it was crazy. I was like, it's a lot going on. It's just a lot of murder in the show. But it's interesting, like seeing how they run Super Jail.
the spectrum of adult cartoons. I think it's like from American Dad on one end, and then on the exact opposite is like Super Jail, and everywhere in between is all the other shows.
Oh no, because one show that I just
Actually
hate,
no wait,
Mr.
Mr. Pickles. Okay,
hate
yeah,
that show.
Mr. Pickles
Mr.
is
Pickles
disgusting.
Worst show
is
ever.
right around there, because God, that
Mr.
show-
Pickles is not even like, at least Super Jill has like a humor to it. You know,
Mr.
like
Pickles is
it's a
not trying to be-
sadistic humor, but it's humorable.
humor. Mr. Pickles
But
isn't trying to
Mr.
be
Pickles
funny.
is just disgusting.
It's just disgusting.
It's just
not.
gross.
It's not trying to be. I guess it's trying to be funny, but
It's
get a
trying to be
single
funny,
laugh
but
out
it's
of
like
It's the same feeling I get watching fucking Big Mouth.
Okay.
Just utter disgust.
That being said, I was with you with that, but Big Mouth, like every so often, I'll be watching it with a straight face, and then it'll get me to laugh. Like I don't want to,
Big
but
Mouth.
it'll like, God damn it, that was kind of funny.
Big Mouth is interesting. Big Mouth is an interesting show. It's like it can be gross and disgusting for no reason where it's not funny, but like it has these episodes where it's like this is pretty
Can't
funny.
stand the art style. The art style's so.
Once you get over the art style, bro. If you can watch
get over the art style, that's a
Squid
good
Billies,
point.
bro. If you can watch Squid Billies,
If you can watch Squid Billies in Super Jail, you can watch.
you can,
Like,
I don't know. It's
watch
just
Big
something about
Mouth,
like the
bro.
way their character lips are designed and like just the.
It's the way that Nick,
It's-
when he's turned around, you can see his lips from the back.
Yeah, you see what it looks like.
You see his lips, bro. It's just that's kind of gross. Like I can admit,
like
but
it's funny though. I love Midnight Gospel.
Yeah, Midnight Gospel is fucking weird as fuck.
Midnight Gospel was great, but it's funny. Like,
Did y'all watch Tim and Eric?
I did.
him and Eric.
I did watch Tim and Eric.
Oh yeah.
And then you guys also watched the Eric Andre show, right?
Of course.
Yeah, no, the Eric Andre show is hilarious. Oh my god.
Eric Andre-
Bird up.
Bird. God, like those are the shows like.
And let's not forget about like the infomercials that they would have, like just randomly. I caught two
those
of
shits
them
were
while they
scary.
happen live. I caught two of them while they happen live, and I caught them on where I just wake up in the middle of the night and they just come on. Too Many Cooks and
Oh my god, Too Many Cooks.
and the one with
Oh,
the sex
man.
toys, the freaking the salad tosser. The Too Many Cooks. I literally woke up in the middle of the night and it's like, and I sat there just watching Too Many Cooks. I'm like, what the heck? And then like later, like I think it was like a couple days later, like on YouTube, did you catch Too Many Cooks on the? I'm like, all the YouTubers were talking about it. And then with the salad tosser, I woke up just in the middle of the night one night, and I'm like, you know, like you think you're like, why? You know how like sometimes you wake up and it'd be like those long infomercials about exercise thing. I thought I was watching one of those. I'm like,
That's such
what
a
is
part.
this?
Like
They're salad.
when I saw like the trend going on, I was like, dang, this is like bringing me back to my childhood. And it's like, how do you guys went to bed on time? Like, and like did that? Like I would like usually watch it at my grandparents' house, but I was so caught like episodes and stuff. Like that's how.
How do y'all feel about Adult Swim's most popular show?
Rick-
Technically,
What?
Robot Chicken.
Robot Chicken, I like it.
I
It
like-
has its moments.
I like it. I think Robot
I
Chicken.
think I prefer their earlier seasons. I haven't
No,
really gotten to
no,
the
the
later
earlier-
seasons.
I feel like Robot Chicken has gone of the way of The Simpsons, where only the like. I mean, no, it was always just like using in-topic stuff to make fun of, but like now it feels like they rely on it more. Like it's just kind of like it should have ended a while ago. Like everything
Robot.
has its time.
That's what I feel. Like Robot Chicken, it's something I like the earlier seasons because the early season they kind of had more original ideas. If that makes sense, like they would
Right.
even it was just like, but the original because no one was really doing it. The original idea was things from your childhood are now adult or they do something like that's outlandish that they wouldn't do in their show.
Right.
Now it's kind of like things from your childhood are doing modern things or whatever. You know what I mean?
Or being
And
trendy.
it's being trendy, and it's like,
Yo,
all right,
do y'all remember Titan Maximum?
No.
Titan Maximum.
I do
Let me
not.
look that up.
It was the
I'm like-
Voltron parody by the Robot Chicken team that like got canceled.
Titan Maximum. Let me look this up. One thing, robots. I remember when Symbiotic Titan got pushed to. Was it pushed to Adult Swim or did it just stopped sharing? I remember it was on Cartoon Network. What was it, Maximum?
It got pushed to
Titan
Boomerang.
Maximum. I remember seeing this. I don't remember anything about it though.
Let's see.
I remember seeing this though, but I don't remember anything about it.
Titan Maximum. Oh, I remember seeing it. Yeah, I remember seeing it, but I don't remember anything about it. I definitely remember the pictures are brought back. Like I remember it. It was on probably, but I didn't give a I didn't care. I didn't know what it was. I
Yeah, it
definitely
didn't
remember-
do well, but I enjoyed it because it was just a dumb Voltron parody.
Bruh. Do you guys remember?
Yeah, I remember.
It's funny. Right
Oh.
now, like in terms of adult cartoons, Rick and Morty. You know, I'm excited for season 5, as probably a lot of people are. But I went back, and Futurama is always one of my favorites. Especially but
Yeah,
Futurama is
right now
is a classic.
with Seth MacFarlane, American Dad is probably my favorite, is his favorite show that he's done, or is still
No,
doing.
American Dad.
It's-
It really hasn't dropped in quality.
It hasn't
If
dropped
anything, it's
at all.
gotten
It's
better
gotten
in
better.
quality.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Like over time, it's gotten better, and I don't know how like the writers are able to
you know
do
why?
it. I guess just writing.
You know why? Because on Family Guy, when they make a joke, it has to be related to something and it's shown to you in a cutaway. And the more cutaways they do, the worse the episode is. With American Dad, they can say the exact same line that sets up a cutaway, but keep going. They build on it instead of just
But
cutting
it'll
away
keep
to
going-
something.
Yeah,
And it'll be a joke.
That-
and it's
I
funny.
guess I'm saying.
Mhm.
I'm saying like yes, that, but it's kind of weird because it's like with other shows, like other shows don't have cutaways, but with this one, it's like they keep coming up with the new ideas that are really weird. I guess it's the character because they work off the characters so well. Like you can do so much with the characters that they have. It's like a super conservative dad and a super liberal daughter, an alien, a nerdy son, and an average housewife, and then
Yeah.
Klaus the fish. Like there's so much that you can work off of that it's like
That's
and all
why
the
it works
characters-
better.
That's why it works better.
Because like Family Guy, the premise is like the opposite. It's supposed to be this regular family, supposed to be, and so like you have these moments where Peter defies the suspension of belief. You know that happens, but nobody else in the household outside of Stewie and Brian do that.
Right.
And that's why
Occasionally, maybe Meg or Chris do something out of the norm, but
Hell,
pretty much they all stay in this norm. But with American Dad, the setup is a lot more interesting. You know, you got the CIA agent of a dad
it's funny though. Like
who has a rebellious
I
teenage
feel
daughter.
like-
And you know what Dawson said.
like, you know, they could have ended Family Guy like 30 seasons ago and did a spin-off with just Stewie and Brian because those episodes are the ones that are rated more and because they're funnier. With the Stewie
Yeah.
and Brian based
because
episodes.
with the Stewie and Brian, the Stewie and Brian episodes, like they're allowed to be more experimental with things. Like they had the whole episode where they were just locked in a theme, a vault. They had the what was it? Journey. I don't remember the episodes.
I don't remember.
names, but when they went to the past. They had the one where they went to go find Rupert. They had the episode where they were
Fucking-
parents. or
Some of my
something.
favorite
I don't
episodes
know.
of American Dad are probably the Christmas episode.
Oh, Krampus episode?
Krampus
Kramp-
singing soul.
The Krampus one, and the one with the Haley has the Antichrist and possesses Steve. Those
Oh
two
my God.
episodes. I think the hot tub episode was really good with CeeLo.
The hot episode
then-
with CeeLo was good.
What was the episode where Steve redoes Trapped in the Closet?
Oh yeah, well, he did.
Yeah.
Trapped in that one was a good one too.
Right.
I like the B12
Yes,
because
that's
it's like
Oh, yeah.
the B12 episode because like the whole episode they're like, hey, we're gonna do B12, and it's like they beat us B13 like one more boy.
The hurricane episodes was good on that end. On the American Dad side, the hurricane episode was pretty good.
Can we all agree though that Cleveland show is just a disappointment?
Cleveland show didn't
Cleveland
pan
Show
out.
was a failure.
It was.
This is their.
bombed.
I know.
Because it's just the
exactly
same
why.
show with
I know
with
exactly
color
why
swaps.
Did they have any black
Dude.
writers on that show?
No, and that's why it failed because it was like this is what they were trying to do. We're gonna do Black Family Guy with no black writers, but we're still gonna do black topics. And so it was like black topics done from the point of view of some white guy named like Seth or something.
Named Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane.
And so it's like I can't like no one can relate to that. Like white people can't relate to it because it's like it's well they can I guess they can relate to it, but it's still trying to have like black like statements or black
like-
things.
Rollo was
Well,
For
and then they
example,
not
also-
much.
And then it was like, well, we can't relate to this, and then black people can't relate to this because it's like this is how black people act in
Right.
these situations.
Yeah, because like for example, like you got what was Cleveland's stepdaughter named?
I don't remember.
Whatever Roberta or whatever her name was,
Something like that. I don't remember. Yeah.
and her boyfriend, this fucking like clown ass white guy, Federline. And I was just like, you know, like in a black household, that reaction to him would be a lot different than
It would be a lot different, but you can still have that concept. It can still work. But
It
the
can
way
work,
that they wrote it,
yeah.
it was kind of like, how do you? I don't know.
I feel
It was
like
just- it seems like the
I
show
knew
was
when I was
just-
it was rough when like a main character are just they two bears that live next to them. when they live they live in a world, yeah, that has aliens and Brian is a talking dog, but like they've never had actually straight up. They recognize it and they live next to these people. It's like, okay, this is getting a little out there, but sure, I'll go with it. But like,
and then also Cleveland went from like this kind of like dour guy who's like occasionally has his moments of excitement to like this really hyperactive weirdo.
Yeah.
It was like a weird character change. Like all the shit that Cleveland does is like shit that you could see Peter doing.
Right.
But like Cleveland and Family Guy is just like.
Well, Cleveland from the first few seasons of Family Guy, he was like dour. And well, not dour. He was just there. He was like, oh, that's nasty or whatever.
Right. Yeah. But if they give anyone a spinoff out of the 4, it would have been fucking Glenn or fucking Joe.
Yeah, they should have.
Joe, dude.
Because Joe is funny.
I don't want to see it. I want to see a prequel Joe. Like, I don't want to see Joe now. Joe now is kind of sad because they really just make him like the butt of every joke now.
True, they do.
Like when he first came on the show, he was like, even though he was in a wheelchair, he was the one that was like, oh my gosh, he's like Peter was jealous.
He was the one who had his life together.
Right.
He was a freaking. He was like he had his. But now he's like the butt of the joke. Like they need to give it to Glenn. Glenn is cool. Glenn probably would have had a really good.
I feel like Glenn would be.
The thing Glenn would get canceled.
Oh no, yeah, Glenn would be canceled.
By modern Twitter culture. No, but
I feel like Glenn would have been better because with him, the suspension of disbelief is so much higher. Like he can get away with doing a bunch more random, wacky shit because it's fucking Quagmire. Like,
yeah,
I can believe that more than I believe it's Cleveland doing it.
Yeah.
I feel like at certain
Cleveland was the.
They know.
Oh, I was saying like
they mess up on the show. So like when they came back, when Cleveland was introduced back into Family Guy, it's been like a whole episode just kind of just giving him shit for it because they knew it was bad at that point. It was like
it was bad.
You should know by now. I understand like execs are giving people money to continue on because it's making them so much money. But as a showrunner or a creator of something, you need to know when to just say enough is enough.
Put your dog down. Take it behind the shed.
Right. I mean,
Old Yeller.
With Matt Groening and like Futurama, it got canceled a couple times. But he still wanted.
He knew where to end it.
Did he end it right? It was a bit shaky. I'm not gonna say that was perfect because it ended like twice technically. But like with the Simpsons,
Simpsons needs to just end.
When I watch Simpsons on like Disney Plus, I really only watch like seasons 1 through 10. And if so, at the most 1 through 8, and then the movie, because that's when it's actually funny. And I don't know what's good. Everything else is just
the movie was a good ending in my opinion.
It was funny, yeah, it was good.
Ended it at the movie. The movie should have been the ending, just like SpongeBob. Ocean Man. That should have been the last thing that we saw of SpongeBob.
True.
Now they're making Camp Coral on Paramount streaming service.
They brought back the Rugrats spinoff. A Patrick Hope show.
That thing looks disgusting. The fucking Rugrats thing.
The argument of you guys are taking one quote from what's his name out of context. Like this is expanding on the show whether or not he wanted it or not. But it's so blatantly obvious.
Didn't they like make the twins gay or something?
No, they made their mom like a gay single mom.
But that was. That wasn't that bad because if you look back on the show.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad.
That wasn't bad.
Like she had that one guy. Was that like her? I don't know who the one.
I thought that was like her boyfriend or something. He was just kind of there, and he's just like.
But now they're just gonna be like, yeah, she's seen. I guess they're gonna. I don't know what they're gonna do with him.
I kind of figured she was just like a tough feminist mom. I didn't think she was like full on lesbo, but
I thought that she was gay. No, I thought that she was gay. I was like,
when I look back on it, I could see it, and it was.
I could see it though.
It wasn't a drastic change. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, man.
But the best parts of Rugrats is like less of the kids, but seeing the kids' perspective of their parents' dark bullshit. Like Chucky's dad dealing with the death of his mom, or like Stu being like, "Why are you up at 12 o'clock at night? Because my life's with the shit."
His failed dreams of trying to be like a famous toy creator.
Angelica's dad being disappointed with his wage pay fucking office job. and that his
No,
wife is more successful than him.
And his wife wants like
his wife is Jeff Bezos, basically.
I swear they had I swear I was the vibe that his wife was cheating on him.
Speaking of Lex Luthor, Jeff Bezos, it was announced that on July 20th, he will be going into space on a rocket from his company with him and his brother. So, like, I'm
Actually becoming a supervillain.
right. Like, are they?
This is the first step.
Are they going to space? Are they going to space because they're shooting down a laser on the rest of us? They get
Bro, yeah, Jeff Bezos is a supervillain, bro.
Like,
Jeff Bezos is a supervillain.
Elon Musk is just too incompetent to be a supervillain. Like he wants to be one.
Supervillain, bro. Elon Musk is a whole supervillain. I don't care what nobody says.
Bro, he's a joke supervillain. He's the one that shows up. He's like, yes, I have this laser that does have a self-destruct button,
like
but it exists.
He's like Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
So if
Jeff,
pretty much,
I was gonna say
Elon Musk is Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
I was gonna say if like Jeff Bezos is Lex Luthor, and it's like a bunch of rich people, would Elon Musk just be Penguin?
No.
Penguin has like a majority of wealth, but
he has to be someone incompetent.
No, like Penguin's not incompetent. He's just ugly.
Penguin's very competent.
He's
very
ugly.
Competent.
He's just ugly.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz. He's just ugly. I'm saying Dr. Doofenshmirtz, bro. Dr. Doofenshmirtz is like Doofenshmirtz evil. I feel like.
I feel like Elon does have like a bunch of. He has a bunch of dumb stuff in his villain cave. He's like a huge Ava fan. You know, he has like an Ava unit sitting there, or like.
I mean, he made flamethrowers for people just for the hell of it. Like he was talking about a whole tunnel system for people in LA and shit. Like, though to be honest, like it would be pretty cool every time you go walk into your house. Like you have a theme song that plays for you, like fucking Doofenshmirtz. If I was rich, I'd install that. If I had rich and had a bunch of disposable money, I'd do that. Just every time you come into your house.
Elon Musk, Evil Incorporated.
What does the Legion of Doom look like in our reality?
Is it not?
Who's sitting at the center table? I feel like Bill Gates was the original OG, and then he and Steve shared that role, and then Steve died, and so he retired.
Right. He was like, you know what? But the Legion of Doom, you know, sitting in their giant skull cave in Louisiana Bayou right now is, you know, Jeff Bezos. I feel like they treat Musk like, you guys remember from Harley Quinn, the animated series, how they treat Bane. That's how they treat Musk in the league.
I feel like they treat him like Bane, but he's like shows up late to a lot of meetings and stuff, or he just doesn't show the meetings. Like where's Musk this time?
Everyone has the big chair, and they gave fucking Musk the crappy metal foldable chair in the corner. But it's gonna be Musk. I mean, it's gonna be Bezos. It's gotta be. I feel like at one point Trump had a seat, and then he got kicked out.
He became president, and then they were like,
yeah, we can't.
You're exposing us. They're not supposed to know that we grab him by the.
Right, you're letting out all our secrets, Trump. What are you doing?
And then freaking, what was that one guy?
Was
that killed himself?
Weinstein? No, that's not.
Yeah, Weinstein.
No, that was
there.
Harvey Weinstein was the actor.
Weinstein definitely would have had a seat in the Legion of Doom.
Yeah, Epstein.
Epstein.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein was there, bro.
He was there.
he had to be there.
China
pedophile.
China's dictator. What's his name? The one look like Winnie the Pooh.
Xi Jinping.
Yeah, he's there.
Xi Jinping, bro. He's there.
Everyone's
the head of Walt Disney's there.
Bro, yeah, the head of Walt Disney.
No.
He's in a tube, bro. I swear he's there. He's like he's making all the decisions.
Not even that. It's gonna be Michael Eisner, the dude from the '80s, the dude that fucked up like every business transaction with Disney.
He's there too. But Walt Disney's head he stays there.
No.
He's like
it's Michael Eisner. It's Michael Eisner and Bob Iger fucking holding up Walt Disney's head.
Yeah, he's just holding it up as he talks. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I don't know why I imagine him as Nixon from the freaking Futurama.
That's exactly what he is.
This is exactly what Walt Disney's doing. God. He's like, all right, pour in the blood of the Cuban children that I captured, walking into Disney World.
It's that. It's
like a fish.
It's that Flash Kids thing. Like, see how we make Toy Story for the souls of children. And he so enjoys Lucas around. Oh man, who else is there?
He probably has a huge Mickey mech suit, bro.
You know, I imagine most of them are sitting there and they're like, all right, guys, so today's agenda is that those Viners and TikTokers are becoming quite popular and making a lot of money. Should we introduce one to the Legion of Doom?
Nah. So you know what?
And
No,
they're like,
I know they're gonna say no because there was a dude that worked for Disney and he was making TikToks like showing off access areas and stuff. And then like the biggest thing he was known for was drinking water from every spot in Disney World. And they fired him.
I saw that.
And then like,
That shit was dumb.
It was dumb, right? But he's still going back and giving the money and enjoying the parks and stuff. He wasn't technically like they could have kicked him out and like give him like you can't come for a certain period of time. But nah, they not only kicked him out, they escorted him from the campus, and he's banned from Disney World and Disney parks for life. They life banned this kid. They said we don't like.
You better go to Orlando then.
They were like, we saw your TikToks and you're fired, and you kept doing it, and then you're just gone. I'm like. You
gotta go to Universal Studios now, or SeaWorld.
Universal, bro.
No, the feeling of
Adventureland.
you getting banned from the happiest, magicalest place on earth. That sucks.
Disney World and Disneyland are not that happy.
You telling me I can't go into Epcot anymore?
No, speaking of which, Disney World is about to have its 50th anniversary coming up in October, which I thought was interesting. Like,
yes, all the gators in Disney World are just
the
robots.
Mosquitoes, bro.
Robots to capture kids to feed.
Hasn't been mosquitoes.
There's no mosquitoes, bro. In Disney
I heard
World.
about that.
Like there's none.
It's honestly scary.
I went like
you're in hot ass Florida.
There's like
I went like 2 years ago, and I'm like, I haven't been bitten all day. Like what's going on?
What chemicals are they spraying in the air? You think they just like went to like the local swamps, hired biologists to just eradicate the local mosquito population?
I don't. God, like imagine like there's a map of like mosquitoes based on like state level, and there's a small little hole in Florida. It's like what's that?
Florida, just
that's Disney World.
Disney World.
Oh, okay, I see, I gotcha. But you know, Disney's definitely on the table. You got Bob Iger and fucking Michael Eisner holding up the head of Walt Disney and shit. And then you have to get like, is Boris Johnson there? You think?
Nah, Boris Johnson is too incompetent. But Margaret Thatcher was definitely there.
Margaret Thatcher was there. Reagan was there. No, Boris Johnson is like what's his name from it's just the kid that you like wants to come in and be a part of your group. It's like, okay, you can be part of our group. Just stay right there, and we get back, we can let you in. And they just
like,
leave.
have you listened to Boris Johnson speak? That shit's fucking weird. He's like, oh, my name's Boris Johnson. He's just always tripping over his words. He's like weird pompadour hair, just flinging around.
Boris is a dweeb, bro.
The Legion of Doom is sitting.
Putin is definitely there.
No, Putin is definitely.
I feel like Putin's there.
You feel like Putin's a solo villain though most of the time.
Right. Putin is Doctor Doom, I feel like. But in none of the good ways. In none of the good aspects of Doom.
All the bad ways.
Yeah, because if he was a good way, like Russia would be great right now.
Kim Jong-un, he's not there.
No,
Kim Jong-un's definitely not invited.
I feel like Putin was there, but then like he was like, you guys are just shit now, so I'm gonna leave and do my own thing. You guys aren't evil anymore.
You don't scare me anymore, like that Reagan guy. You don't
do it for me. I'm gone.
You don't do. This isn't what we've wanted to do for years now. So we're going to go on another.
That dictator from Brazil is probably there. I forget what.
I can't think of his name. Is it Maduro?
Something with an. It sounds so bad, but it's something with an O. I can look this up real quick. Brazil.
I thought Brazil has a presidency.
It's a president, yeah, but he treats it like a dictatorship. Like it's very polarizing down there.
I know Argentina has like a rough government.
Bolsonaro. That's his name.
Yeah.
Bolsonaro, yes. He's probably there. So we have this Legion of Doom, and they're sitting, they're calculating their schemes, and one of their head members is about to go in space with his brother. just
You think-
at a whim. So just a little alarm for concern, just for our
You think
viewers.
Jay-Z's there?
No, Jay-Z.
Do you think they have any black people on the
No.
on the table?
No,
They probably
no,
have
they
a
don't.
couple.
No, they don't.
People
Doesn't
There's
matter
not an
how-
evil enough
how
black person to sit at that
rich-
table.
Doesn't matter how rich we get, whether Oprah, Jay-Z, Bruno Mars,
Oh,
Beyonce.
Obama's there.
Nah, Obama's ain't there.
Obama's there, bro.
No,
Easy.
if anyone
You
was
think
there,
he's just sitting there? Michelle at the Legion of Doom meeting.
no,
He's-
Michelle's there.
Michelle,
Michelle would be there. And
Michelle is
Michelle's
there,
And then it's
fucking trying to
Michelle's
make
there.
kids eat healthy.
Obama's
Disgust.
like, Michelle, where are you going out for? You going to another book club? Like, yes, I'm going to a book club, honey. Sit
Going
tight.
to a book club. Obama's not invited.
Yeah, she goes down in the chair. It's like, okay, boys, I'm back. Let's get back to work. So we
I think she's like the leader. She like sits at the front
What
of the
what
table.
non-milk yogurt should we feed to the school kids full of estrogen?
Oh God.
It's evil.
Okay, next order of business. Bill, you need to do something about your wife, Hillary. She's getting out of control.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
She's sucking my soul out every night. Literally.
Uh-oh.
That's why I look with it.
Oh my gosh. You know what?
He's like, we saved you this time, Bill.
I like to
We
think
saved
about it
you."
also inside the Legion of Doom in like the little boardroom. All the paintings are like the personal paintings from George Bush that he does at his ranch. Like he's not even gonna be like invited to the table, but he does like the paintings for them and shit, like the random ones he does. Like he's just there because I don't think Bush is necessarily evil. I think he's kind of stupid sometimes.
He's just
but
stupid.
yeah. I like them. Now watch this drive, and watch
The
us.
Koch brothers are definitely sitting at that table.
Or one of them. Didn't one of them die?
I think one of them died.
Or both of them was there. They were definitely
No,
there.
they're both there, bro.
You know, they were
just
like.
share the same body now.
You remember Looney
They just
Tunes
share
back
the
in
same
action?
body.
Remember Looney Tunes back in action? The Warner Brothers, the two dudes that
Yeah.
were dressed exactly. That's the Koch brothers at the table.
Oh no! If one of them passed away, they're sharing the same body, bro. His consciousness is inside, like split down.
They're pulling the Mahler twins.
Oh my god, no! All right, if our real world Legion of Doom actually shows itself and strikes, we'll definitely talk about the podcast. But for right now, I'd like to thank everyone for listening and watching to another episode of the Rehab Podcast. As always, you can find us on our website, rehabpodcast.com. We have access to our Discord. You can come hang out and talk with us. You can find us on our social media profiles, Twitter and Instagram. Look up Rehab Podcast or Rehabcast. It'll be right there. We are always available to listen to us on SoundCloud and Spotify. And now you can see us on our YouTube channel. I'd like to thank everybody for listening and have a good rest of your summer. We'll see you next week.